And today, we're with Chris Salvati from Joe's Deli. Thanks for joining us again.
No problem. Thank you.
Appreciate it. We're cooking something today that you probably don't even need. If you do it right, you don't even need a fork because the meat comes right off the bone.
Absolutely.
It's beer can chicken or beer butt chicken.
Or beer butt, as it's referred to in my house.
Right. There you go. All right. So what do we got?
Well, we have a fryer chicken, or about a 3 to 4 pound chicken right here.
Okay.
And our ingredients for the marinade, which we're going basically Italian style in this
Sounds
particular
good to
one.
me.
Which isn't the only way, believe me. We've done it every single way you could.
Absolutely.
But we have just a few ingredients here. Some chili flake, fennel seed, fresh rosemary, garlic, some lemon extra virgin olive oil, and of course the beer.
Yeah.
Right here.
That's key. And it's amazing what we're going to do with this beer can. The beer can actually is almost like part of the pan you're cooking it in.
Yeah, well, what happens is when you have it on the grill or in the oven, it cooks not only from the outside getting crispy, but the beer steams it, and that's where you're saying how it just falls off the bone. It just steams it. It becomes incredibly moist and delicious.
It's amazing. And, you know, the first time I had it, I was just telling you, was when I worked down in West Virginia, and I did not know what I was getting into. You know, I'm like, well, it's West Virginia, so we'll just go with the flow. But we're doing it up here, and you can also use wine. We were talking about
wine. You could use like Coca-Cola or Pepsi or orange juice, anything. But just the beer can is what's most important. Any liquid inside the beer can, which holds it up like a tripod, more or less.
Yeah, that's the key. And you know, it's the 4th of July weekend coming up, so this might be a great recipe for a cookout.
Absolutely. We're actually this coming Sunday we're doing a large cookout, and this is on the menu.
Got it.
There's no substitute for it. It's wonderful. It just keeps it real moist and delicious. It's one of my favorite things to cook at home and at work.
Absolutely, and not too difficult, even though...
No, it's very easy. It actually makes it a lot easier to cook because it more or less cooks from the inside out almost when it starts steaming, but you never have to worry about it being like raw in the center just because it's just basically steaming. It keeps it really moist.
Right, moist is the key. Okay, so we're going to start getting a marinade ready.
Absolutely.
And when we come back, we're going to show you what that's all about, and we're also going to stand this chicken up and put it in the oven. It's going to kind of be doing a little pose like that kind of thing. So it'll look good.
Right on.
Good. That's happening in there right now.
Thank you.
Anyway, we're going to send it over to Emily. Welcome back. We're in the kitchen. It's time to get going here. Me and Chef Chris Salvati from Joe's Deli on Hurdle and Colvin are making some beer butt chicken. I'm going to keep calling it.
Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, my son, that's one of his favorite ways to refer to it.
It's part of the fun of eating.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so we're making the marinade for the chicken right now. What do we?
Well, we have, like I said, we have some chili flake, fennel seed, lemon, fresh rosemary, garlic, and a little olive oil. If you want to start stripping this rosemary down into the bowl.
Okay.
I'll chop some garlic. What we got to do is just, there's some, you know, obviously there's a recipe for this, but it's as little or as much as you'd like of this stuff, you know what I mean?
Right.
If you don't like fennel seed, switch it to something else. If you don't like rosemary, you know, you could use a different herb or something, you know, fresh thyme would be great on that, so.
Yeah, you can make a variation.
Yeah, you can just go something as easy as salt and pepper, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. It's wonderful no matter which way you do it.
That's what we were talking about. There's a lot of different ways to, you know, I guess glaze the chicken.
You know, if you're going to do it like something like barbecue sauce or something like that, you want to just go like for the last, you know, 10, 15 minutes of cooking. You know, I would say 10 so you don't burn it. But we got the rosemary, the garlic, and how we have this a little chunkier. I kind of like it like that.
Oh, who doesn't love chunky
style? So that it doesn't, you know, if it's diced really small, it could burn. So we're going to keep it in pretty big pieces here.
Right, because we're cooking this. This is what, a 2 to 3. How many pounds are we talking about?
This is about 4 pounds.
Oh, 4 pounds.
We're doing it in the oven, but preferably, you know, if you can, charcoal grill or gas grill. That's what I have. One of these. This is the actual. Like a cheater's way.
That's how you cheat.
You can put it on there.
They work great.
That goes on the grill, but we just have it. We're going to do it in the oven. So I got the rosemary, fennel seed, little garlic, some chilies. If you want to squeeze this lemon into there.
I'll squeeze the lemon in, and we just got to wrap it up here, but we're going to take our marinade and get it all over that chicken, that 4-pounder, and then apply the beer can, which is my favorite part of this recipe, that's for sure. So more on that when we return. Stay with us here on Winging It. The chicken and the beer haven't really united just yet, but they're about to here. We're making a beer butt chicken or beer can chicken, whatever you want to say. We're with Chris Salvati from Joe's Deli on Hurdle and Colvin, and we've made our marinade here. Now we're going to add it to the chicken.
Now what we're going to do, well, we're going to open this. And
that's the easy part.
Yes, we could drink this if it was a little later. I'll pour this in here so no one knows what you're up to if you want to take this. People will think it's coffee.
And we've got a marinade of oil, some pepper flakes, some fennel seed, salt and pepper, rosemary. Pretty simple.
Absolutely. And if you want to just pour it right over the chicken here.
Absolutely, I will.
And you know, here's where you get, you know, up close and personal.
Yeah.
with it now, with the beer going
right
in its butt, and now you basically have to massage it as well.
Oh, well, we're massaging the beer butt
So
chicken.
now what we're going to do, now normally, like I said, if we were doing on the grill, we would have this easy rack that would stabilize, but what we're going to do, since we're doing it in the...
this is how we do it.
The oven, yeah, if you want to put that beer on right in there.
Put it right in the butt.
And we'll...
Never thought I'd say that on live TV,
well,
but
first time for everything.
It's happening now.
So what we're going to do is we have it standing up like a tripod, and you basically, you know, paste it on there.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And also, like you're going to basically tuck its wings back.
Tuck the wings back.
And it's ready to pop in the oven.
I mean, one of these things.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a pose. It's perfect.
What's going on? Okay.
So what we'll do is we'll, if you want to open that oven.
Yep, I will open this oven. What do we have the oven set at?
Well, we have the oven set about 425, but if you're doing it on the grill.
Yeah, which a lot of people will probably be doing this
which
weekend,
I prefer.
Right? Yeah.
It would be, you know, about, medium high, or is what they call indirect heat. So you wouldn't put it right over the charcoal.
Right.
You would basically put it off to the side and put the lid on on the grill, and it would finish roasting that way.
And it's steaming itself, and all the juices from the beer, or whatever you can use. We were talking about other things. That
like if you want to drink your entire beer, and then you want to fill it back up with some other sort of juice or liquid, anything goes, you know what I mean? And then sometimes people would just put seasonings in the can, and it'll almost perfume it as well.
You can do that. Yeah, there's a lot more than just one beer involved in making this beer butt chicken. For most of us.
Absolutely. Never, don't start with less than a 6-pack.
Now that's about a 4-pounder, right?
Yeah,
so
4 pounds.
That's in the oven for how long?
I would say probably almost an hour, 45 minutes to an hour in the oven and on the grill. You're looking for about 160 degrees. If you had a thermometer, just take the temperature by the thigh. But when it's done, what we're looking like, we have one in there right now.
Yeah,
we should pop that out. And I'd like to show you how you would take that apart and how you would, which is very nice.
And we've also mentioned that if you cook it right and it's not overcooked or whatever, the meat should just fall. Right? Should just come right off.
Here's what we're dealing with after it's all done. And like I said, this one was done in the oven. But now here's where you have to be careful.
Yeah.
What you could do is get some tongs, and what you could do is just kind of hang it, just knock it over, more or less. Hold it, and you just have to hold
squeeze the beer.
Squeeze the beer can, and it should come out.
Oh, it's amazing.
See, it slides right out.
Pull it right out. Beautiful.
Like that.
Don't drink that beer.
No, that one's not good to drink. So if you notice, I mean, this is already starting to just come apart here.
That smells amazing. You can just smell the beer and the chicken, and including the topping we put on it, which is amazing.
Now another thing, actually, what you could use the beer for, which we've done, is almost you take your drippings that are in the pan, if you do it in the pan, and we made like almost like a beer gravy. You know, you would thicken
Why not?
it up
I mean, look how thick that is anyway. So it's great. Okay, we got a little less than a minute. You're going to carve
what we're going to do,
if
you want to just carve it, what you could do is, if you notice, it just comes right apart. You don't even almost have to carve it. It just comes apart.
You pull it apart.
You know, you have your thigh and leg portion.
That's amazing.
And if you want to, just go right down the center and cut the chicken breast off. But I mean, it's more or less, if you notice, it is just shredding. You know what I mean?
And then that's what happens when you just, it's steamed from the inside and the outside just gets crisp. It's a perfect combination of flavor and taste. It's amazing. Okay, coming up, we're going to take what we have left of the beer butt chicken, which is probably not going to be a lot in most households this weekend for 4th of July and whatnot. But if there is something left over, we're going to make something very special out of it. So you're going to want to stick around for that. Chris, great job on the beer butt chicken.
Thank you.
Victoria, we'll crack one open for you.
Thank you.
Hey, welcome back. We've been making beer butt chicken all morning. I just love saying those two words.
Yeah, it doesn't get old, doesn't it?
We're with Chris Salvati from Joe's Deli. Now we're making a second helping with the remains of our chicken. So what are we making?
We're going to make a little chicken salad. I mean, if there is any left over, which
usually there isn't.
This is the best way, in my opinion, for lunch the next day.
Right.
We got our picked chicken right there.
Right here, so I'll just dump this in with some mayonnaise. There's just mayonnaise,
little red onion. I need a little celery.
And the great thing is this chicken is seasoned so well, you really don't need to add much to it.
Not much at all. The only, a little bit of the vegetables.
Right.
And just the only thing special that I put in is just a little pickle and a little pickle juice, which is good. I got a little pickle juice over there if you want to just put a splash in there.
I'll put a splash in there, absolutely.
Some fresh dill. If you had a little fresh dill, that'd be nice.
Good there.
Perfect. Thank you. No, that's good. Everybody likes pickles.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
So you just chopped up a little celery in there, and
little celery, little onion. You threw the pickle juice in. I have a little diced dill pickle right here. And just a little pinch of garlic powder, which I have over there.
Right, a little
just
pinch.
a little pinch would be great.
A pinch.
And a little salt and pepper, and that's it. And then
ready to go
right here.
Just add bread.
You got that? We got some nice bread here. I brought bacon. I didn't need to, but I just like to bring bacon.
No, we always enjoy bacon here.
So we're going to cut a little tomato. Do you want to throw a scoop of that on here?
Absolutely. I will scoop that on there.
This is something we obviously serve at the deli. We do the chicken salad.
I was just going to ask you, is that a popular item in the summer months?
Absolutely. Chicken salad on the deli menu, and then when we have caterings, we have the beer butt chicken. That, like I said, we're doing this Sunday. So.
Right, and you guys cater. So is this a obviously 4th of July weekend, big weekend for you guys?
Yeah, it is actually. We have a nice, huge barbecue going out this Sunday. Right. It's a busy time for us, and we sell a few sandwiches, too.
That's right. Yeah, of course you do. All right. So, Chris Silvati, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Joe's Deli on Hurdle and Colvin. Check it out. Have some beer butt chicken and a sandwich. That's how I'd play it, but do what you want. Victoria, back to you.